Hello Internet, welcome to Recap Corner. What's the big news that is going on over the internet today? Well, The Walking Dead has come out and pretty much just like everything else, people have been speculating, they have been talking about the whole Negan thing and pretty much who was the person who he murdered. And to some people, I can kind of understand why they're a little bit disappointed here, because again, the person who, or at least the two people who did die in this episode, it was, well, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it already, but it's Abraham. Of course, he was the first one to die, and pretty much was the one who led into the whole iconic ending of the previous season. So of course that one already is fucking terrible, and they kind of revealed that like midway through the episode. And of course, leading into that, we kind of have this whole the earlier parts of that kind of lead into this whole thing of Rick and Negan kind of having this back and forth of Negan pretty much trying to tell Rick that he works for him and that pretty much he is the brand new big dog on campus and shit and stuff like that. And the more I think about this, the more that it always hits me that I think most people that they don't realize how unstable Rick is as a fucking person. I mean, again, sure, like like this always fucking happens to him, to whereas that he kind of goes back, he kind of gets a little bit civilized, he kind of gets, prim and proper, and then some shit like this happens, to whereas that somebody says, you know what, I don't want you to do your thing, I want you to work for me now, which is like a whole real thing, man, that is going on with Negan. However, I will give Negan this, though. There is something about him that is a little bit more Rick-esque, because again, he's more or less like, I took you on this trip, not necessarily because I wanted you to pretty much fear me or pretty much whatever. It's how you look at me, because again, you look at me like I'm just another fucking threat, and you just don't get it. Is that you work for me? And of course, like, he kind of makes that man like a whole, like, that's pretty much like his entire spiel like throughout the entirety of this fucking episode. Like, even like when he leaves, and even in the preview of the next episode, or pretty much so on and so forth, like later on down the road, or at least before the next break, to whereas that he's gonna be up there antagonizing them and pretty much fucking with them. So of course that's something that's gonna happen. Leading back over to the Abraham death, well, that one was just random. Again, it's fucking terrible. But again, if they were going to kill somebody off, well, what they've usually been doing so far is that they've just been killing off people who pretty much haven't really, who weren't in the comics, just so that they can like splice, so that they can like throw a little bit more suspense to some people's deaths. So I get it, but that shit got shot in the foot when they murdered Glenn. And again, that one did kind of piss me off a little bit, because not necessarily because of the change in the comics or pretty much whatever the fuck is going on, but it's more or less like that it didn't feel deserved, and also it was a bigger thing, which I've talked about this before in a specific anime, of saying that when you murder one character and then murder another one that has like a stronger presence, I can't say that Abraham's death, it doesn't carry weight, but pretty much Glenn has been pretty much the impossible survivor so far. And it's more or less like that. I guess that they just really wanted to get his, that they had to find, that they couldn't find a legitimate way to kill him off. So this was pretty much the way to do it. And pretty much in the most crucifying way ever, as well, you know, of him getting cracked up top of the head, like fucking his brains up and shit, and getting his eyes all gouged out and shit. Like, yeah, that's fucking terrible. You know. And to fucking end this, yeah, this is gonna be one of the more annoying seasons, because again, if this is gonna start following the comics, which like how most of this shit has been, then this is gonna be the most annoying first half of this series, of the Alexandria safe zone versus the fucking saviors and shit. This is gonna be the most annoying part, because again, now we get to watch our previously like connected and strong characters, like who have pretty much been building themselves over like the past 6 seasons and shit, now pretty much just walk around like dogs with tails, like with their tails in between their legs. And I can understand why. Negan has a strong ass force, but even with that, you know, like they do find a way around it, or at least I hope they do soon. But yeah, like whatever the fuck is going on here, yeah, that shit's gonna be a problem. But until then, that is what I gotta say about that. I will see you on the next John Graves show. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games. Recap corner. I'm out. Tell me what do you think about this down there in the comment section.